let's go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everybody here. Wow, this is loud. Okay. I want to welcome everybody here for it is now Thursday, July 15th, 2021, 6:30, and we're having a called council meeting, and I'm going to call the meeting to order. And I'm going to go ahead and ask for a motion to adopt the agenda for today.
So moved.
We have a motion by Danny Ford. We have a second by Ann Hutzinger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, the agenda has been adopted. All right, Danny, we're going to pass it on to our city manager, Danny Roberts.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. So these are two items that has a time-sensitive issue that we need approval or your guidance on. First one is the Best Western permits. If you recall, they paid the permits prior to COVID. Once COVID happened, the bank would not give funding for this project moving forward. Since then, they have got a loan now. The question is, do we make them repay their permit fees that they've already paid? Because our ordinance says after a year plus an extension. Yeah, you can get up there. You need to say something. Year after our extension, you have to resubmit. I believe it's Tim's staff's recommendation that we waive the fees, but it's more than my amount. Correct, Tim?
Yes, but actually, it's not the permit fees, it's the plan review fees. They submitted plans back in 19, their plans, and paid their review fees. Their plans was approved in November of 19. And then COVID hit and banks quit lending out the money. So their plan reviews have expired. And it says in our code that development and building expire after 6 months. So they reached out to me because the banks are loaning money again, they're ready to build, and they asked if they were going to have to repay their plan review fees. And I said that would be a question for the city council. They paid $27,335.60 in plan review fees. They're not changing their plans, they just have to resubmit.
So just to, can you further clarify? So who conducts the reviews?
On the development, it goes out to all departments. On the building, it goes to planning and fire.
Okay. And so they'll resubmit, and will you look, I mean, is there anything changed as far as from 2019 to now that would affect the plans?
No. The only code change we had was the state electrical code.
We
And
voted on.
that'll be verified in field during inspections, that meets code.
So they still have to pay the permit fee?
Yes, they still have to pay for their permit
So
fees.
we're not actually voting on the permit fee, we're voting on the planning review?
Plan review fees,
Okay.
correct.
And the permit fees expired already, I'm assuming.
They were never issued
They were-
permits.
Oh, got it, okay.
It was just the plan review.
And because of COVID, obviously,
Yes.
it expired.
And once they submit plans, we review them and approve them. If no permit is issued, then that review expires after 6 months.
Yeah.
So when will they submit? If we waive this, then how long do they have to submit their permit? And when do they have to ask for the permit?
They're ready to submit now.
Okay.
They're ready to get permits now.
Okay, they're ready to-
According to the property owner. But we had to resolve this issue first.
The issue was the bank was ready to move now, and this is why I couldn't wait until August.
Gotcha.
What they asked us.
Can we approve the waiver of the planning and review fees with the caveat that the plans don't change?
Yes,
Okay. I don't want to say yes and then for some reason then
right.
bring a whole other set of plans and
Oh, okay, that's a caveat,
And-
okay.
we got to really do the review, but this time it's for nothing.
Right.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
Just make that
Need a
as a
motion?
motion.
Okay, so we have
I
Can you make a motion?
make a motion that we waive the planning and review fees of $27,335 as long as the plans that are submitted do not change from when they were originally submitted.
okay.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, so we have a motion by Ann, we have a second by Danny. Any other discussion on this? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Ayes
Thank you very much.
It's been approved by 5-0. All right, Now, Danny, we're coming down to the Highway 78 Trident Trail, water
Thank you,
line.
Mayor. Also, just for the record, that Lisa was not able to attend. She had a prior engagement before we made this called meeting. Next issue I have is I would like to have approval to enter a contract with Mr. Troy Porterfield. And part of that agreement was if they run the water line from the Trident Trail connection up to his property line, which is next to Miramart, that they will pay for the labor and we pay for the material. This is to extend our 12-inch line further up towards the water tower with our ultimate goal of eventually taking it across Lee Bird and tying it into another 10-inch line, which will give us more pressure to the Lee Bird area and Highway 78.
Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the cottages.
No.
When-
This is connecting to the Monroe line we just ran,
Okay.
and it's going to pick up from where it deads in
Mhm.
up to 78 with the goal eventually of going to closer to Waffle House. That's our long-term plan.
Okay.
So this is a cost savings of about 50%. Talked with the contractor. His contractor is Anderson Grading, which we all have worked with. Just talking to him, his fees is close to what we're paying in material. So it's a savings not only to Mr. Troy Porterfield, but also to us. If we was to do this without him, we would be paying double that. That 128 is estimated cost for material,
That's 20%.
with a 20% contingency, because we were told from the manufacturer last week, there will be a cost increase at the end of this month of 8%, they think.
So if we submit it now, we're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
This is a steel 12-inch ductile iron pipe.
Mhm.
that's right. All right, I think you're looking for a motion on that too, right?
Yeah, the motion would be, once Robin approves the contract that we have with her right now, and then approve the fee to come out of capital recovery for the money for the material. And the material list is in your packet, if you had any questions. It's about 2,700 feet of 12-inch water line.
Any other questions? All right, want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we do what Denny said,
What did you just say?
that we approve it, what he just
So the
said.
motion was to enter a contract with Robin's approval for me to sign and have the funds come out of capital recovery
Correct.
Good.
Okay.
All right, so we have, a mo-
/ Enterprise Christie.
okay. So we have a motion by Linda, second by Ann. Any discussion on this? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Folks like sign? All right, it's been approved 5-0.
Thank you, Mayor. Just an update, this came in probably an hour ago. It involves our treatment plant. We've been dealing with an issue it's a cosmetic issue with some of the equipment over there that we were negotiating with the vendor that put it in, that there was two options. They could take the equipment out. It had some galvanized that wasn't properly coated on the metal, and their option was they could remove it and put it back in, which nobody wants to do. The other option was to paint it with a,
Is that epoxy?
it's like an epoxy. I say spray paint, but it's more in depth than that. But what we came to an agreement today was that we would take a credit of $62,500 and extend a 5-year warranty on this, which they have agreed to, and they would like me to put that in an email to them, and they would reply back. So talked with Mr. Yancey, Mr. Brandon Phillips, our engineer, and the manufacturer, and they're all in agreements this is the best thing to do, because if we take it out, we run the chance of it going in improperly and being out of balance and delaying the plant. Currently, it's operational at 100%. It's just more of an FYI. I don't need a vote. It's just more of an FYI for y'all. Mayor, that's all I have. Christie, can you make sure you put that in the minutes?
All right. That's it? Any questions? All right, so I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
You have a motion by Linda?
Second.
It took a while. I guess you guys don't want to adjourn, you want to be on. All right, we have a second by Bill. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Like sign. All right, meeting's been adjourned. Have a good night.